If we're going into a time of austerity, where we're not going to see the kinds of settlements that we've seen in the past 8 years, can we assume that the days of labor peace in Ontario are over?
I think that depends on how it's done, frankly, Steve. You know, I think the more collegial tone of labor relations, not just in the public sector, but even in the private sector. Think of what the auto workers went through with the bankruptcy at GM and Chrysler. The government played a very constructive role bringing the parties together, facilitating something that could keep the companies here and cement their footprint in Ontario. That's the kind of approach that is, I think, a contrast to what was before. Now, times are tough, and everyone, public sector, private sector, knows that. Public sector settlements have come down dramatically in the last year or two, reflecting that, and they will continue to reflect some of that reality. So, again, I think it's something where you want to be careful to sort of walk a balance there. If you try to steer too much towards, you know, I'm going to slash and burn, then you can create more problems than you solve.
You negotiated the social contract, so you know these folks, you know how it works in there. You know, can you imagine there will be labor peace if the next government comes in saying 15 billion deficit, everybody's got to take zero?
You won't have labor peace if you do that. And because you've got arbitration on a lot of the sector, you won't actually get zero unless you legislate it. And if you legislate it, then you will certainly not have labor peace.
You're going to court.
But, you know, I like Churchill on jaw is better than war. And I think if there's an adult conversation, it would be great if it started in the campaign, but even if it doesn't, whoever's elected, if they do a lot of talking and a lot of explaining and keep the temperature down and do a lot of listening as well, I think it's possible to walk expectations down.